Haku Amasa.
Performing the duties of his office.
Digby C. Caesar.
No.
Hey everybody, this is Digby. I'd like to thank you all for stopping by, and today we are back in Boundless. We are in fact in my base in Boundless. This is my house, or at least technically it's my basement, my workshop. And my house is located in Stars Hollow, Purple Rain, which is, you can see up there at the top of the screen. That's my guild, SHPR. And we are well, I won't say we're a small guild. We've got, we've got quite a few members, because a lot of these are alts and stuff too. But, yeah, no, we're a reasonably good-sized guild, and we are actually, at the moment, in fact, as a little bit of an aside here real quick, we are sort of on a bit of a recruitment drive right now, so, yeah, if you're looking for a really cool guild, I mean, we're really friendly, we're really kind of fun, there's almost always at least one of us on. This is actually a pretty quiet time right now. I think I'm the only guild member on at the moment. But yeah, there's usually somebody on. We're always building, we're always doing something fun, we've got our own hunting planet, you know, we're a cool bunch of people to hang out with. It's a really cool town to build a place in. In fact, after the point of this video, the thing we're actually here to do, I'll do a little photo tour of it and stuff before we quit. So, what are we doing here today? Well, in its first iteration, when we were just SHG and we were on Feminorum, in fact, there was basically 3 or 4 of us. We were like the core group. We all played, but we were sort of famous for rides, drops, amusements, just basically silly things like great big slides, or, you know, we had one where you parachute, well, I say parachuted, you basically threw yourself out of the back of an airplane and tried to land in a very small hole. We had a drop that went from the very tip top of the skybox all the way down to the mantle, which was, I think it was like, it was a lot of blocks deep. It was like 251, I think, blocks that you ended up falling. So, yeah, you know, stuff that's a little bit dangerous, a little bit crazy, a little bit silly, and just a whole lot of fun. Well, since we moved to Tana, we really only got a couple of drops and rides. In fact, I will show you sort of what we've got. I am sort of playing with the idea of doing a thing. Everybody keeps wanting to call it Digby World, but basically just a group of, you know, just rides, slides, crazy stuff, almost like a circus or a fair. I don't know if you do county fairs where you live. If you don't, you missed out a little bit. I mean, not at the moment. Nobody in their right mind would want to go to a county fair right now. But, you know, Boundless is a fun place to do this sort of thing, because you can do any wacky thing your imagination can come up with. And if you can think of it, you can find a way to build it. But here in Boundless, this, like I said, this iteration where we've moved to Tana, this is kind of our town. I will show you actually like I said, we'll do a kind of a photo tour thing of it afterwards. But yeah, I've got like a water slide, which is quite cool. It's very peaceful, very relaxing. I should point out, I'm the water build guy. I like doing stuff with water. So I'm the one that does like water gates. I've got boats, I got a lighthouse. Hawkins Lab, if any of you are Stranger Things fans. And we do have a Hawkins Lab with, I'm just going to say there's something in the basement, but I ain't going to tell you what. But yeah, I got like a riverboat. I got a submarine over there. Well, you'll see it in the photo tour. And over here, I've got my observation tower. Now, the very first, like, I'm hesitant to use the word big build, but the very first, like, build of any complexity that I attempted in Boundless was after I'd been playing for about 3 weeks, and we were living on Fem, and I had some plots going spare, and I wanted to build a tower that I could just stand on top of and look at the planets, and, you know, just, it was kind of cool. You could look around and see stuff, and so I had this observatory tower. And then later on, when we hooked up with Yillis Nation and became one big guild, I had a lot more plots and a lot more experience, so I built a much more complex, taller tower. And now, after we've moved to Fem, I had a chance to start over and rebuild, so I decided to build like a really big, kick-ass observation tower. And I like my observation tower. But I thought for fun, because the old observation tower was just something you could go on top of and, you know, basically stare down at your town or stare up at the sky. Which is quite pretty at night, actually. Where's Fem? Fem's gonna be kicking around here somewhere. That's older. That looks like it might... Nope, that's Trior. Where the hell's Feminorum going? Oh, we got new Exo. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. It is really easy to get distracted in Boundless. But yeah, I thought it'd be kind of fun to have something you could actually do with it, or have some point to it besides just looking at stuff. So I built this, which is, I might add, a water feature. It's quite cool, actually. It's just a one single little layer of water that you can jump down through. So, whoop. But yeah, alright, so that's, I mean, basically we love crazy wacky stuff. And I have, why in the hell am I going upstairs when I've got a perfectly functional portal? So, a week or so ago, I had a very crazy idea. It's not something I've actually seen on Boundless before. I mean, it may or may not exist. If somebody's built it, I've never seen it, and I'm pretty sure if they did, they probably didn't do it to the scale we've done it at. And that is a tightrope walk. Now, this is, well, that over there is my buddy Raven's tower. He built it specifically just so we could run a tightrope between the two of them. And it is basically one chiseled line of iron blocks. It is the smallest possible shape you can chisel it into. And it runs from this tower to that one, which is, I think, somewhere in the neighborhood of 300 blocks, give or take. It might be a bit more than 300, it might be a bit under. But either way, it's a really long walk. Now, if you're on PC, of course, this is really probably not that big a deal. You just sort of look down, you just got to be a little bit more careful, you know. If you're, whoa, shit. I say that, I've never tried it backwards, so go figure. It might be a little more complicated walking backwards. However, that's not the challenge. Like I said, if you're on a PS4, it's quite a challenge to do, just do. But our challenge, and this is open to everybody who plays Boundless, if you want to test your mettle or try something crazy and different, feel free to come over here to Stars Hollow and take the tightrope challenge. Now, the challenge of this is, as like I said, I'm on PC and it's really not that complicated. We are going to do it, and in fact, this is the challenge itself properly. You have to take the challenge with no grapple equipped in your inventory. And if you're a PC player in particular, turn off your HUD. So now, what was just a barely easy, little bit of a cakewalk, is actually a 300 block walk across the middle of my town, where if I fall, I will die. Die in the sense of the game. I will definitely suffer a massive defeat. So I thought it would be really fun. And like I said, if you want to come by, take the tightrope challenge. Doing it with no HUD, doing it with no grapple, is a little bit nuts. I'll be honest with you. So, okay, well, before we do this, we'll do a little photo tour of Stars Hollow. Like I said, the guild is recruiting right now. We've got a ton of room over there. We've got tons of room on that end. We've got tons of room out in the PR section of town. So if you're looking for a new place to live, or just, a place to start if you're a newer player and you really want to just play with a bunch of people who are very enthusiastic players and very, very enthusiastic builders, we're really helpful guild. We've always got someone around that can answer questions. We're more than happy to lend you a hand with, tools, blocks, building, anything you need help with, we're more than happy to help. So yeah, think about it. It's a great place to live, and it's a great group of people to be a part of, and I'm quite happy with what we've all become. So yeah, go ahead and enjoy the photo tour of the town, just so I can show it off a little bit. And then we will come back and we will attempt the Stars Hollow Tightrope Challenge. So I'll see you then. I will be sitting here psyching myself up in the meanwhile.
It starts with a look, all that it took. I feel like I had too much champagne. It starts with a touch, I'm lost in the rush. Pull you like bubbles in my brain. You're under my skin, I'm drinking you in. Like I can't get enough champagne. Our bodies are close, need a heavier dose. You're like bubbles in my brain. Come, let's sip the evening slow, bathing in the glow. You go to my head, I wanna play it again. You go to my head, I wanna play it, I wanna play it again. getting lost in the sounds. Your love intoxicates. Morning will come and I'm sobering up, but I still got you on my brain. Laying in bed with the pain in my head. Think I had too much champagne. Too much champagne. Oh, where do the evenings go? Bathing in the glow. You go to my head. I wanna play it again. You go to my head. Wanna play it again and again.
And there you go. I hope you enjoyed that. Like I said, it's a great place to live, and I'm completely happy with it. And it's a really, really fun experience. It just makes Boundless even that much better. But now, as you might remember, we were getting ready to do the tightrope challenge. We're going to walk across this thing with absolutely no heads-up display and no grapple in our inventory. If we make it, we'll be standing on that tower in a couple of minutes, laughing and just generally being happy. Or we'll be down on the ground, splatified and dead. So, screw it. Let's go. Hey, yeah, quite a view we've got. Yeah, the view from up here is actually really, really cool. I never really stood out over the middle of it, apart from when I was chiseling it, and then I was paying attention to other things. Oh, shit! Okay, well, as always, I've been Digby. Thank you all for stopping by. I hope to see you for the next one.